Right, so a lot of people have been asking me, am I going to upgrade to the iPhone 15 lineup? In my case, being the iPhone 15 Pro Max, because as you guys know, I daily drive the iPhone 14 Pro Max and I like the bigger phones. And also, I'm going to tell you guys if you guys should upgrade or not upgrade. So stick around. You guys already know this video is going to be lit because I, Iman, welcome to the channel and welcome to the family. So, the iPhone 15 lineup. Oh my god, there's been a lot of speculation about these devices. Literally TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. Every single social media platform has something to say about the iPhone 15 lineup. And yes, of course, the iPhone 15 lineup, I'm not going to stand here and tell you guys it's amazing and it's the flagship and you guys should go get it because it's literally not. The iPhone 15 lineup is literally the same thing as the iPhone 14 lineup. They've actually just taken the iPhone 15 Pro and literally put an iPhone 15 name on it. That's literally all it is. And all they've done is obviously made the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus model with the dynamic island, and obviously the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max obviously has the kind of dynamic island as well. And to me personally, that's the only difference I see between the iPhone 14 lineup and the 15 lineup. For me personally, yeah, the biggest kind of upgrade, the biggest kind of like wow factor from from Apple with the iPhone, and the one that is literally at the moment the peak of Apple, and the one that's even worth looking at is the iPhone 14, because obviously we got the dynamic island they introduced, and then we got, of course, that beautiful 48 megapixel camera in there as well, which is just absolutely awesome. But the only way you can use that, unfortunately, is by shooting RAW, which I mean, it's not a big thing, but it just is what it is. Apple likes to give us something good, but they're kind of taking it away from us by kind of, you guys get what I mean. But yeah, am I going to upgrade to the iPhone 15 lineup? And in my case, it would have to be the Pro Max, because obviously I'm rocking the iPhone 14 Pro Max here. And the answer to that question for me personally is no, because of how close in comparison the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 14 Pro Max is. It's for me personally, is not a big of a change to upgrade, because one, as both phones have the 48 megapixel camera, both phones has the dynamic island. It's not like they've shrunk the dynamic island to be a lot more smaller so that we get more screen real estate. And what else is the same? The side of the phone, obviously, and the camera as well. The camera module, which is at the back, is literally still the same. The only different thing about the iPhone 15 Pro Max and of course the iPhone 15 lineup, which for me is nice, but it's not really like a big massive thing for me to be like, you know what, let me upgrade. Is they've obviously redesigned the whole device, and obviously instead of making the edges a lot more right angled, they've put a nice little curve to it all around the phone, which is nice, because when I did get this phone and I held it in my hand, it was a little bit annoying because the edges was a little bit too sharp for me. So I found that they were digging into my palms a little bit too much. But I'm used to it now anyways. Plus I have a case in it, which just gives it that bit of a nicer rounded edge to it, which is very, really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much the only difference. And obviously, of course, you got the colors as well, and that's there as well. But I mean, personally, the colors is not really a big thing for me, because obviously, back in the days when phones used to come out, I used to get the most ridiculous color. So if they had like a green or a blue one, I'd get that. Now I'm more at that level that I'm not too bothered. I just get like a nice beautiful color like the gray that I have with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and then that's me. That's it, done. But I mean, Obviously, you got the titanium as well with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I'm not sure if it's in the 14 Pro or just the 14 Pro Max, but obviously we got the titanium, which everyone says online is a lot more lighter than obviously the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But I mean, like, weight is a big thing, yes, but if, I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, weight is a big thing, but when it comes to smartphones and weight, it's not really that much of a big deal. Obviously, if you got a phone that weighs like a ton, then that is a big deal. But we're talking about grams here, and grams is literally nothing, except if you're like the weakest person in the world. Then okay, fair enough. But grams is literally nothing. Like, what is it like? Maybe like, I don't know, 10 grams or maybe 20 grams less lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's nothing. Like, it's probably like maybe 5 or 6 grams or something like that lighter, but it doesn't really make a big difference to me, to be honest, because like this phone, the 14 Pro Max, is already light enough. Like, is already lighter than most devices out there. So like, I'm not too bothered about the weight at all. But yeah, that's obviously again one of the differences with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Is a lot more lighter because of they're using the titanium to actually make the phone. But for me, like I said to you, it's not really a big thing for me. But yeah, what will I really be missing out if I don't upgrade to the iPhone 15 Pro Max? For me personally, I'm not going to be missing out on anything because I'm just not. Like I said to you guys, yes, it's got nice curved edges, and obviously it's made out of titanium. And you know, titanium is like, whoa, first in a phone, like titanium is such a cool, type of metal. Like, I would love to have, like, people would love to have that, cool titanium, nice. I'm not too bothered about that. Obviously that honestly, there's nothing I've been missing out on at all. So I'm gonna just stick with my iPhone 14 Pro Max for now. And obviously, when the iPhone 16 comes out, then we'll see if I will make the upgrade to the iPhone 16. But for now, the iPhone 15 is not coming anywhere near me. Maybe I might get one to unbox it on the channel, just for the channel, and then review it just for the channel. But that will literally be about it. That will maybe even do a bend test. Not even maybe, of course. I was supposed to do a bend test on this, but I didn't. But yeah, the 15, if I get my hands on it, I'll do a bend test on that. But that's about it, man. Should you guys upgrade to the iPhone 15 lineup? Okay, so let me keep it short and simple. I'm not going to long it out yet. If you have the iPhone 13 lineup, any of the iPhone 13s, or you have like the iPhone 12, iPhone 10, iPhone 11, or the iPhone 8, or whatever, anything like that, and you want to upgrade, you feel like it's been a long time now, you want to upgrade. Honestly, yes, then upgrade to the iPhone 15 lineup. But if you have the iPhone 14, any of the iPhone 14, then I don't think it's worth it at all. But there is a little bit of a tweak there. There's a but there. I mean, the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus didn't come with the dynamic island. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. I mean, if you couldn't get the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max because they were too expensive and you were missing out on the dynamic island, then okay, it just depends. Depends how much you like the dynamic island. Then if you have the iPhone 14 and the 14 Pro, the 14 Plus, then upgrade to like the iPhone 15 or the iPhone 15 Plus. But if you got the Pro models of the iPhone 14, then it's not worth upgrading at all. From my research and from what everyone has been saying, it's not worth it at all. So I wouldn't do it. But yeah, if you do have the iPhone 14 and the 14 Plus and you absolutely love that phone, then stay with it, stick with it. The only reason why you should be making that upgrade, I'm telling you, the only reason why you should make that upgrade from the iPhone 14 and the 14 Plus to the 15 is only for the dynamic island, and that's it. The camera on that phone is on the 14 is beautiful. I mean, it still has that 12 megapixel camera, but it's still an amazing camera. So don't worry about that. And obviously, people pick up their phone and just shoot a video. People are not gonna like put in this, like touch the setting to do raw pictures, so that obviously you get that 48 megapixel camera sensor, so you can take a picture with. People just pick up their phone and then go. And most people with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, they probably don't even target to 48 megapixel anyways. They just put their camera up and shoot. So technically you're still shooting 12 megapixel, which is the same with the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. So I mean, if you really want that dynamic island, then yes, okay, upgrade to the 15 or the 15 Plus. But with the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max, don't do it, because you're just going to be wasting your money. Literally going to be wasting your money. But yeah, that's been me and my little rant about the iPhone 15 lineup. And obviously, yeah, that's just my opinion. Other people out there are gonna have their own opinion, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled when I get the iPhone 15, because I'm gonna be bending that. Yeah, I'm gonna be bending that sucker just to show Apple that, you know what, your phones are not good. You need to think of something else outside the box. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.